still end up doing it. You still end up doing something in some way or helping somebody. So, you remind me so much about myself. It's I don't know, you know?
That's the spirit to have.
Yeah.
Don't let no one turn you down. Don't let no one, you're going in the right direction, don't let them turn you back. Just stay focused and do the best you can.
Yeah.
And after you have done the best you can, you are satisfied. And there are those outside who are satisfied. They might not say thanks
Yeah.
publicly, but in their heart.
But it's too
they are
much in us.
thanking
We
you.
don't know how to say congrats and thanks.
Yes.
We like a small example.
Mhm.
I would play sports. I'm so involved in Stacia. I would play sports, volleyball. And if we're coming up the road, before they say you win, they're gonna ask you, you lose? you lose now. I swear. It's so we need to change. It's so in us that before you say you win, man, they're gonna say you lose. You lose?
Well, changes. Things really change.
We need to work on ourselves.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I want to thank all those. Like I said, I mean, it's no refund, and the fund gone for me in a very good direction. And before the year close, we hope that we'll be able to bring in someone to lecture on something
Yeah.
that would that you can benefit from. So I only hope that that will work out. So the proceeds from this project will really go into that project.
Yeah.
Like I said, we want to promote health as much as possible so that as we see so much sickness and so much things happening,
Oh, yeah.
suddenly I leave from here now, I go outside, you can hear something happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Knock on wood.
I am thankful to God
Yeah.
for the health I have. No headaches. Stress is no problem of mine.
Yeah. And we're
Yeah.
thankful to having you. And what I love about you, Mr. Burkle, is that you don't keep your knowledge to yourself. You're always willing to share tips and examples of experiences that you've been through. And you're always there to always give advice to persons that are in need of it, So, and you are a very approachable person, You don't look like somebody that you can approach, and ask a question. So,
Always available.
yeah, you're always available,
That's it.
to share advice, to have a discussion about whatever it is, And that knowledge, you're not just keeping it there and dying with it. You're there to you're
Pass
always
it
there to
on.
pass it on, and, share it to younger generations. And I think that this is what we need here in Stacia. We need persons more like you and more like me, if I must say, who are always willing to do something, to be a part of something instead of always ready to criticize, So we need people, we need everybody. Everybody have two hands. We
Yes.
need all hands on deck for Stacia.
Yes.
So I
If
must
you don't have the two hands, you can't clap.
yeah.
Now, I would like to say too, like you said, when you have these things, you learn.
Yeah.
Because we had refreshments, and the audience was small, but the refreshments went like,
Yeah.
like I want more, I want more. So,
Okay.
but anyway, it went.
Yeah.
But I say that now I had that setting. In fact, it's right in front. I always call it the theater because it has it's closed off because we did not have enough space at the school for two classes, and so we made two classes there. That's how the front of the theater is closed off.
Okay.
So we had the stage set right there.
Okay.
So the wilderness was like between that little garden on either side.
Okay.
But in the back we have a grape tree,
Yeah.
big grape tree. And we had the refreshments under the tree. And I figure from the lighting, we will have lights for that area. We had no lights.
Okay.
We had no lights.
Okay.
So what I had to do, bring the pickup up, put on the bright lights so that they can see to sell their snacks
Yeah.
and drinks and so. But they tell me now that I have to run a light
Okay.
in that area so that if you have something else, you can use there for selling your snacks
Okay.
and everything. It was a beautiful setting. And I learn quite some other things.
You never done
learn from
learning.
Not
experience.
at all. Ready to go.
So I want to thank the board, and I want to thank everyone who took part in making it a success up to that point. And sorry for those like Mr. Lindo who did not hear of the change to attend. God bless, and thanks again to each and everyone.
All right, Mr. Burkle, thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for this wonderful, wonderful event that you have put together. And you have something?
Let me tell Tina, the oven is coming fast.
Okay.
Fast. The stone oven is coming fast to a
Okay.
close. So we'll soon be calling on you to come over with your
Okay,
group to have Christmas cakes
Okay.
baked and Johnny
Looking
cakes
forward.
and
She's
bread.
gonna bring the queens.
Yes.
She's gonna bring the queens.
Okay.
Looking
The
forward.
mature queens
Yes.
to do it.
I'm
to
a
the
queen
event.
myself.
There you go.
Me and my daughter.
Don't
She
rub
gonna
it in
bring-
like that.
Exactly. No, exactly. And the young queen,
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
Yes,
so
yes.
she will bring them all over. All of them will be
Yes.
there. Again, for those of you who have been following us on Facebook, please, there has been a little technical difficulty with that, but you can follow us on Radio Station YouTube.
Share
So
it.
we are going on Radio Station YouTube right now. So please share it. Let a friend know that they can follow us on Radio Station YouTube. Again, Mr. Burkle, thank you so much. Thank you. And again, I heard you mention what we have been asking over the past few days. Is this going to be an annual event? And you mentioned that they're going to be a few coming up. So definitely you have taken that step to make it an annual event, and I'm so glad to hear that because it's needed.
Yes.
And the cause, because of what you have, what it's for, the cause behind it, that's the important part. And that's why I kept pushing you so much to actually book annual, because it's not an event where the money is going to go and disappear. It's going to
Yeah.
go into something good. And to hear you say that that same evening or that same time when you finish it, you already gave the money to the
Yes.
particular organization,
Yes.
the Cancer Association.
Yes.
Kudos. You can keep you can keep Maya's money.
Okay. But you'll get your piece of cake.
There you go. Thank you so much. Folks, give us a few minutes and then we'll be back with a 5 minutes time period for you with the closing of the program where we will talk quickly about the up and coming sustainability conference. Ready? All right, folks. Thank you so much again for tuning in to your program, FYI, brought to you by the Synesthesia Tourism Development Foundation. Don't forget, for those of you who are following us online, there's some technical difficulties with the Facebook page. So you can go to Radio Station YouTube and you will be able to follow us live again. The third part of the program, and my folks, my co-hosts now, remember I said the second half I was going to be co-hosting with Miss Lopes. Now this is the third half, and I'm going to co-host with Mr. Burkett
Third
as well. This is the third of it, and we go to co-host with this. So it's three of us now going to do this particular part, and it's regarding the up and coming sustainability conference, which would take place on the 27th of September. Every year annually, you know that we every year annually, it's a oxymoron. we have the conference in September month, and this conference talks about sustainability, sustainable development, how to do things in a sustainable manner.
How
Now,
to practice sustainability.
that's right. How to practice it. Now, this year we focusing on festival, culture, and the economy. And when people hear about festivals, and that's why I wanted to bring it up so quick, and because that's why I said please stick around, both of you, because we just had a huge festival that took place a few days ago. We just had a smaller one that can become a major one that took place on Tuesday.
Yeah.
These are all events that when people hear of them, one is in a particular capacity, the next one is in another capacity, you tend to think, oh, how can that be sustainable? And I think while we was talking about the event, Ms. Lopes, you mentioned sustainability. And that's exactly what we want to let people know. Events can become a sustainable practice because there are things that you can do. It carries over. We have been doing this conference now for the past 8 years. This is the 8th one. And it's not a tourism conference. We specifically make sure of that. But it's a sustainability conference. It's a Stacia conference. And the only thing that we want to do, what is the conference? What's the theme of the conference? Not the theme.
Inform.
What is the what? Say it again.
To inform.
There you go.
Motivate.
Yes.
And educate.
That's what it's for. To inform, we bring information to the people, we motivate people to get involved, and we educate people how to get involved.
Like
That's the idea.
Mr. Burkle just mentioned earlier on that his program Tuesday, he's focusing on health.
Yes.
Last year, for example, the conference was focused mainly on health and wellness.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. There
So
you
then
go.
you see how sustainability can move on.
Yeah.
There you go.
And when we look at the past two hurricanes where we barely had food, we barely had food.
Indeed. We had to go.
We are so reliant on
Supermarkets and other people. We
yes.
have to rely a little more on ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if the hurricane will throw down the peanuts, but the peanuts is under the ground.
It's still there.
Yes, it might throw down the cassava tree,
Yes.
but the cassava is still
Still
under
there.
the ground.
Yes,
So
indeed,
therefore, you
indeed.
have to look into the future
Yeah.
Indeed.
and not just do things for now.
Yes.
With the last hurricane, you go into the supermarket, and I tell you, everything was
Empty.
empty.
Yes, it's true.
And so therefore, we have to be so careful.
Yes. We need to make sure that we can carry on.
But
Yes.
Mr. Burke, let me ask you this question because, like I said, last year's conference was focused on health and wellness. It's so easy to share information and to educate others, but when you have to put it into practice, you know, that's the difficult part, I think, for most people. So what would your tips, your advice be to those who know about a certain, like we always say we want to eat healthy, we want to start eating healthy, but we never can do it.
But
Well-
let's talk about, and that's a good question, Mr.
Yeah.
Burbico. Let's look at you, for example. I remember asking you about your breakfast routine, and I think that's a good start.
Well, I mentioned that the night at a concert too, because everybody's saying they want to look like me when they get that age, and to get like me, it have to be a part of
A process.
you.
Yeah.
Now, to be honest with you, from a little boy, I always say I don't mind dying, but when you see old people I said I don't mind dying, but if I live, I must live healthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I always follow that pattern. And it's years now that I told them, it's years now that I haven't eaten apples and pears and peaches and grapes. Why? Not that the things is not good, but we feast on these things, and these things coming from abroad, they are all mixed with chemicals to preserve them.
Yes.
So
yes,
when I
that's true.
eat,
That's
I
true.
eat 5 fruits every morning, and I'm thankful. If I don't get the 5th one, I have up to 4. This morning I had a ripe plantain, I had a mango, I had guavas, and I had the tangerine. Those are the only 2 things that I would buy from a banana or orange or tangerine or grapefruit. And that was my 4 fruit that I had this morning. Had I gone on the sugar apple tree, I might have found a sugar apple, but I did not have the time. So, but what I said that to say this, not that the fruits from Europe or wherever isn't good, the grapes and the apples,
Yeah.
they are good, but when I eat the grape, I get a portion of chemical. From the apple, I get another portion. From the pears, another portion.
Indeed.
And so therefore...
So you get a cup full all of
yes,
a sudden.
yes. So all that chemical is in my body.
In your body. Yes.
And your body cannot, for me, your
Process
body
it.
cannot process it fast enough.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
it stays and it does the little damage.
Yeah.
It might seem all right. And sometimes we don't even say, well, I'll take 1 or 2. I'm eating it all day.
Yeah.
When I
Yeah,
eat my
understand.
fruit in the morning, very rare through the day, I'll eat another fruit.
Okay.
But I try to, nuts and grains
Okay.
and whatnot, I try to eat very simple. Very simple. And in the evening time, just a sandwich, sometimes not even that, some crackers and bush tea.
Okay.
And so therefore, I feel that I must do myself justice.
Yes,
And I
yes.
cannot do it for you. You have to do it for yourself, and I have to do it.
You know, it's
So the soursop and the papayas, when I have those every morning, and I don't eat it gluttony, I have a portion. If I have 1 little papaya, sometimes I make it do for
2,
3
3 days.
times
Okay.
or 4 times, depends on the size, a
Mhm,
portion
mhm,
every
mhm,
morning.
mhm.
The same with the soursop. I can't eat a whole soursop, so I cut it in portions, and I have that every
Okay.
morning.
Okay.
So I really don't go to the supermarket for those things.
Okay, that's great to know. And I'm glad you mentioned about the fruits and you answered that question, Ms. Lowe, because let's take an island like Nevis, for example, where they have mangoes in abundance. And I walk around Statia and I see the amount of mangoes we have here. Okay, we may not have the varieties that they might have over there,
Yes.
but we have mangoes in abundance. Yesterday alone, I got 2 sacks of mangoes from a tree right there. I just walked in, got them. And the tree is still full of mango. But what's going to happen? It's all falling down. But what you get? The same people that has the mango to their
Like this.
disposal goes to the store and
buy
buy.
They would never sell one for me.
It's incredible. And they have a mango festival. We have soursop in abundance. I'm not saying that we have to, but there could be an organization
Yes.
that could come together and plan a soursop festival. I mean, soursop trees are everywhere you go.
Yeah, it's true.
Everywhere you
Guava.
turn. Guava. Everywhere you go, everywhere you turn. We have them in a bunch. Sugar apple. That's one of the things that Statia was known for. When in our days growing up, sugar apple was one of the most. I mean, you would come home July and then you'll go Billy Gut.
Yes, behind the mountain.
You'll go be, and when you done eat sugar apple for the day that you went to pick sugar apple, you ain't want the next
You
thing to
don't
eat.
want food.
Not the next thing because you
don't
eat
want
so much sugar.
Yes.
Now sugar apple gets ripe and dry on the. You see them; they all dry up on the tree
Yes.
because we are not picking them. We are
And
not
you ask the
utilizing
children,
them.
I don't need that.
Yes, yes.
I don't want that.
Kinip. Let's take kinip. I know back in the day, my grandfather used to make wine for. I didn't know what he was doing with it, but wine from kinip, wine from Pomserat. That's another thing we used to have in abundance. Wine from Pomserat. So there are things that we can do.
Yes.
That can be. It doesn't have to be a specific fruit, but it can become a fruit festival.
Yes.
Up to the other day, there was a lady passing our road, and she saw the kinip tree, and she was like, can I have some? It's like in her country she have to pay for them.
Yeah.
So she was like, sure, you
Listen.
can have as much as you want.
Somebody told me, I'm trying to remember which one of the gentleman I was walking with, and they said to me, boy, Stacia blessed, boy. And I said, why? He said, boy, back in Guyana, in my country, you got to pay for everything.
They sell
So-
it by the roadside.
In the
Everything.
market, in the
Everything.
roadside, everything you have.
You
to pay
have
for.
to pay for here. You can just walk up onto the hill, and you got kinip trees from
Yes.
the time you start
Yes.
to you reach up almost to New Star. There's kinip trees there. You can pick as much as you want.
My brother Clifton was a good juice maker, and he experiment on everything for juice, and he made the pump's rat juice. You would think it was the apple cider that you pick up in the supermarket.
Yes.
Very good. Now I drink it,
Yeah.
but I prefer to eat my fruits
Yes.
natural.
Yeah.
I get everything from it. I don't have to add sugar. I don't have to
Yeah.
add water. I don't
Yeah.
have to add anything.
Indeed.
But I'll drink it.
yes.
If you make
if
it,
you make it,
I'll drink
of
it.
course.
I have a niece-in-law here, and Sabbath when she came up for lunch, she brought a big bottle of tamarind juice, and it was delicious. I mean, I drink it,
Yes.
but I prefer put the tamarind in my mouth and suck it down and spit out the seed, and the mangoes. I learned lately that the mangoes, real half ripe, half green, is the best to eat.
Okay.
And eat the skin. Chew the skin and everything and eat it. It tell you the vitamins it has
Okay,
for the body.
okay.
So therefore, sometimes we just suck out the inside
Yeah.
and throw away the other part. But my father always tell us that the value of the vegetables, the potatoes, and all
Is
those
in the
things
skin.
is in the skin.
Yeah.
The lime too.
Yes,
The
and we
lime
always
and the,
say-
the oranges.
We
And
feeding the pigs with what we should be having. Yes.
I hear you. Well, folks, again, we are talking today about right now about the up and coming conference, the sustainability conference in September, and it's September 27th. However, it
World
starts on the
Tourism Day.
26th. Yes, it's World Tourism Day, which we follow on an annual basis. It starts on the 26th with the Taste of the Cultures, and this one is going to be a great one. We are planning right now. Miss Lopes, Miss Woodley, and Turner. They have the task, the role to plan the Taste of the Culture in a festive manner. So we have already spoken to all the booth holders who will take part in this particular Taste of the Culture. So come out, it's gonna be a complete different one than you, and hopefully it can carry over to the rest. I hope that this month, Taste of the Culture this month, is on the 29th of this month, I think, the end of the last Thursday.
I think so.
Yeah. I hope that the booth holders, those of you who are listening, please pass on the word, can start with the preparation of showing what type of festival, what type of festivities, or how festive you can decorate your booth and make it
Yeah.
look attractive, because that's the idea behind
If you need
Taste
tips,
of the
you
Cultures
can
as
always
well.
ask.
Correct.
I'm
You can
willing
call-
to share some
Definitely.
tips.
We are there. We are definitely there to help support. If there's any need that you need to contact your designated island or country, we will be more than happy to help you in that as well. Again, Taste of the Cultures is the 29th of this month, and then for September, there's also going to be a Taste of the Culture on the 26th. And then the 27th is the actual conference. The conference, again, is themed Culture, Festivals, the Economy, a Sustainable Way Forward. There are going to be numerous speakers, and the main speaker is Mr. Brian McFarlane. You're going to hear more about this, of course, in the coming weeks.
As of next week.
As of next week, we're going to drill it and make sure that we have everything going the way it's supposed. But I just want to read real quick about Mr. Brian McFarlane. Just a piece, just one particular sentence. It says, Mr. Brian McFarlane designed and managed the opening ceremony of the 2009 Summit of the Americas, attended by U.S. President Barack Obama, with a cast of 750 musicians, performers, and celebrity from the Caribbean region. So Caribbean artists. Now, this is the caliber of persons that we are bringing
Yeah.
to you to make sure, and this is the keynote individual. If you look at the poster, you'll see him all over the island thus far, and there are going to be more posters coming out. But this is Mr. Brian McFarlane. He's a producer and an artistic director. This gentleman, again, is going to be here. In 2009, he designed and outfitted of the summit of the Americas plenary session and the summit village at the Hyatt Regency in Trinidad, which is a hotel, one of those major hotel worldwide. The Hyatt is name brand caliber. So this is the type of caliber that we will be bringing. And again, you can come out and get to know this gentleman. You know, those of you who have troops, and I'm going to say that right now.
I'm going to be there.
Those of you who have troops, those of you who planning on having a troop.
If you look online, you can start researching him.
Brian McFarlane.
Oh my God.
Please, those of you who looking to do festivals, those of you who are into festivals, those of you who are into just having concerts.
Simple.
Please, I'm telling you, you need to meet this gentleman.
The Station
Day activities organized. Yeah. You need to meet with this gentleman, Brian. These people, and this is what we do. We bring we don't take you to them, we bring them to you.
Yeah.
Because it's for order for you to get to meet this guy, you have to go through all kind of leaps and bounds and to get to him. Yeah. It's here. Use him. That's the type of caliber this person is. And as I said, you will hear more about this in the coming weeks. Then you have a workshop, and the workshop is going to be festival and economic benefits. Mm-hmm. That's the workshop. Now, that workshop, again, is going to tell you what type of economic benefits you can gain from having festivals.
Yes. And sometimes when we talk about festivals, we think it's only dancing
and
jumping up.
Yeah.
Festival depends on how you want to put it.
And that's what I mentioned, the Mango Fest that they have. But that's a festival. Food festival.
You could even have a festival from a fish.
Seafood festivals.
Goat meat festival.
We can have a goat meat festival with ease.
Yes.
Because that's our main thing.
Just to mention, Mr. Lindo, because a lot of people think because we bring these things to the table means that we have to do it.
Exactly. Well, I'm glad you. No, definitely not, Ms. Lowe. See that again. Many of these things, and sometimes you'll hear it, people say, "Yeah, but the tourist office." Yeah, the tourist office. We market, we promote. That's what we does. If there's an event, we support the event by marketing, promoting it, and probably joining hand with you. Because many times, organizers of events don't have the total know-how, and they don't have the total capacity of doing it, and that's where we come in. But private endeavors is what drives a community, is what drives a society. If you look at, someone mentioned about St. Bart's bouncing back very quickly, and they didn't even have to go to the government for money. That's right, that's true, because the private sector is who injected the money into the economy. Because they know what it means for them to be up and running. They did not sit back and wait for things to happen for them. They made things happen. And that's what drives an economy. That's what drives a country. However, the government and tourist office, when it's a tourism attractive event or development, we are responsible now for promoting and marketing that particular event. Go ahead, Mr. Burke.
And St. Bart's, you never heard something happen to them.
Not at all.
With the hurricanes over the years, I have never heard St. Bart's name mentioned, whether the gain or the loss. And so therefore, they make sure to prepare for themselves.
Exactly. That's what they does. There's another session that's going to take place. It talks about a step beyond sustainability, fashioning regenerative festival model for the Caribbean. And in this session, you'll get persons speaking like Anthony Reed, Ketyan Vietnam, and this person is going to come from the Green Destination Development section. You'll hear more about this as we go along. And Mr. Alan Cooper. Mr. Alan Cooper is one of those who is right now developing an app for Statia where it's called Stablu. And that app allows you to be able to go on and get your fish without having to go on the bay or anything like that. So you go on the app, you request the amount of fish you want and how much fish what type of fish you want. And this is another development that is coming again.
Interesting.
Very interesting, very interesting. I mean, Teresa Leslie has a lot of information about that. There's a right now it's in review. So those of you who wish to become a part of it, to do the review, you can always contact Teresa Leslie, and she will be able to give you more information. Then we have special presentation. But what I'm really looking forward to, folks, is the GVP School has a special presentation. It's called the GVP School Colloquium. And this colloquium, again, Ms. Lopes is involved with this with Mr. De Vries.
Yes.
And again, you'll hear more about this as we go along. But this is the students coming together and showcasing how they are going to use festivals and
sustainable manner.
in a sustainable manner.
Yes.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting. And then we have, coming on to the end of the day, of course, you're going to have a session where culture and tourism mix. Culture and tourism mix, and you have persons in there like Richinel Ansano. This is a gentleman out of Curacao who is into the culture department on the culture and Curacao. For those of you who don't know Curacao and don't know Curacao culture, believe me, you need to know Curacao. These guys are culture-minded.
Yes.
Oh my goodness!
I talk about it all the time.
Oh my God! I mean, we couldn't have got them from a better place.
Yes.
You know, and you also have Miss Clara Reyes. Those of you who don't know Clara Reyes,
She is
out of St. Martin,
amazing.
Clara is Miss Culture.
She is amazing.
I mean, Clara Reyes, I'm telling you.
I had the opportunity to work with her. And she is amazing.
Indeed. And you're also going to have also, I was told that Miss Rajuki from the culture department on Stacia is also going to be a part of this panel for this particular day. So, folks, again, I'm saying it here. You're going to get more information about the up-and-coming conference. But if I think you can hear the excitement in my voice, because I'm really excited, because right now, if you look at Stacia is really pushing for a lot of festival and festivities to take place. And we can do this because of our size. Right now, you need to create something. You need niches for tourists to become touristically attractive. And one of our niche, we don't have the white sand beaches. You know, we don't have the mega nightlives that they have on the other islands. Yeah, we don't have the super hotels that they would have on the other islands.
But let us use
But
what
we have, yes. Let's use what we have to get what we want.
We got
And
goat meat.
we have goat in abundance. Since we have so much goat, ruin our cliff and doing. Then let's have a goat. Let's have a goat meat fest.
Festival.
Let's go. Let's have it.
Yes.
Let's have a
before.
I believe there is so much opportunity here on this island that we can really tap into. We just need people to come on board. And like Miss Loeb said, you have two hands, but you know you need more hands on deck, and all hands come together.
Yes.
Like Mr. Burkle said, can do great things.
Yes.
You know, and forget the criticism, because there's always going to be criticism.
Yes.
And there's always going to be people who's going to make mistakes, because believe you me, there's so much mistakes that have been made prior to me. There's so much mistakes that have been made from me during my time, and there's so much mistakes that's going to be made after my time. So that's what it is. We are here. We are prone for that. That's human. If you don't make a mistake, then you're not living.
Yes.
Because the dead can't make mistakes.
Yes.
All right?
And if you don't make mistakes, we can't ask for forgiveness.
We can. There you go. Yeah, that's right.
And I also to mention that the theme of the conference this year was adopted from CTO.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And if you don't know what CTO is, a Caribbean tourism organization, and they have headquarters in
the Barbados. They have in the UK and in New York.
Yeah. Yeah. And so Stacia is a member country. I think they have more than 30 plus member countries in the Caribbean.
Correct.
And so what this organization does is they promote all they are like the mother of all the countries.
Mother, big mama.
And so they promote all these countries, and Also, during the conference, we always have the press,
Yes.
which is represented by the communication specialist from CTO.
Yep.
And we get exposure based on his decision making when it comes to bringing in journalists.
Yes.
And,
yes.
you know, out of the sustainability conference, we have won awards. We have been nominated for certain media coverage. And so I must say that this year the team hit home. And I hope that we have so many small and big activities taking place on Statia. We starting from Easter. You know, we have Easter. A lot of people say a lot of things about Easter, but Easter is one of our most loved events.
And
when
it's
it
growing,
comes to,
eh?
Yeah.
It's growing.
And, you know, even our neighboring island, Sabre, comes across
Yes.
to enjoy
Yes.
the Easter weekend.
Yes.
We have Carnival, our major event, you know, which takes place for 14 days.
Yep.
We also have
The Mega D.
Statia Day. We have the Mega D, the musical experience.
The musical experience.
Yeah, we have
yes.
the red, even to the red and white parade.
Oh, that's that, and it's good getting better.
Even to the red and white
is getting
parade.
better,
So we just
And now we
had
had
the
the-
Voices of the Wilderness.
And we just heard that it's
And
going to
we
be an
also-
annual event.
Yeah, we also had an exhibition in February about
Yes.
Black history
Yes.
by
Yes.
Mr. Burkle.
yes.
You know, all these things are, all these persons
Yes.
who are organizing these events should come to the conference, and you know, this is your opportunity to network with the persons that we are handing to you. You
Yes.
know, you're gonna have that networking opportunity, and come with your notes. See the program as a menu, and you choose your favorite dishes.
Yes,
And
indeed.
you make sure that you sample them, and you get a taste of what you need from the sustainability conference. And again, the theme is based on festivities and events. So this is your chance to come out and
And I want to say this right now, Miss Lowe, because you're touching it real quick. Because one of the questions you always hear, what have you achieved from the conf? And I asked actually the same gentleman, Mr. John Rose, that same question, and because CTO has so many different conferences that they have right now. There's a sustainable conference going to be taking place this month in St. Vincent. Unfortunately, we won't be able to attend it, but we have the invitation on table to attend this particular conference. Wish we could have gone, but at the end of the day, when I asked him that question, he said to me, and in a nutshell, the participants are the one to take away.
Yes.
What did you take away from the conference? Remember I said we bring it to you?
we are here to facilitate.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
We facilitate.
Yeah.
We bring it to you. You attend and you take
you
away.
run with it.
You run with it. You run with it. I'm glad to say we have seen successes over the past years with conferences, past conferences that have taken place. And we hope that there's going to be another success story
Yeah.
from this one, because the person that we are bringing in, the persons, let me put it that way, that are going to be at this conference has a wealth of knowledge. And I heard that came up this morning as well when you mentioned to Mr. Burkle, Ms. Lopes, that wealth of knowledge that he has there. Pick the brain. Don't let them go with it.
Suck it like a knipsy.
That's right. Indeed.
That's what I tell the children at school. I said the teachers is being paid to teach you
It's true.
instead of you wasting their time. Suck their brain like a knipsy.
There you go. Clean.
Yeah.
Clean.
Clean. Clean. And if it's heated up, bite it up.
Yes.
And
yes.
you was telling us about one of the you did a presentation in school where the theme was time is money.
Time is money. Yes, time is money. If you waste your time, then you can't get a good education.
That's right.
And when you go out there now,
That's right.
you have to take what you get, sweeping the street,
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
cleaning the toilet, but right now I keep telling them just now you have to have a special diploma for cleaning the toilet and
Indeed.
sweeping the street.
You
so don't
mentioned
waste
that.
your time.
You mentioned that, and I'm going to say, if you're going to be a street cleaner, because we need those two in the
Yes,
community.
Yes.
If you're going to be a street cleaner, if you're going to be the best that you can
Yes.
be.
Let
Be
people
the
come down
best
and
that
say,
you can be.
wow, who did that?
Yes. At the end of the day, because all of us were not made to be doctors.
No.
Somebody got to fix the doctor car.
Yes.
So somebody got to be a mechanic
Or you
somewhere.
gotta build
But
a house.
if somebody got to, yes, somebody got to be a mason.
All
But
is
if you are
easy.
going to be that,
Be it the
be the best that you can be. Which means, based on what you're saying still, study hard to be good at that.
Yes, yes.
That's what you were put here for. Be good at it. Be good at it. Make sure that when you finish that job, you walk away. Just like Mr. Berkeley said. The guy who's going to come here and going to say, wow, who did that? Boy, this thing clean. Who did this?
Yes.
Take pride in whatever it is you are doing.
That's
And-
a pledge at school. I can be the best by doing my best in everything I do.
There you go.
And taking pride in who I am.
That's
My
right.
faith will see.
That's
me.
right.
So we have to have pride in whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Whatever it is. You take pride in doing it and you can't go wrong.
Any last words before we close the program, Mr. Berkeley?
Well, my last word is we're going to set up a goat festival.
Oh,
Right on the plantation.
oh, God.
The
We're
cold
going to
part.
have
Why?
We're going to have baked goat, stew goat, roast goat, all kind of goat. Come out and taste goat.
Mr. Berkeley, we can hold you to this, you know. We are going to
You
hold you
can
to
hold me
this.
to anything.
Okay.
I don't
okay.
put my hand to the plow
I
and
want
look back.
carrot
Oh,
juice
wow.
to go with that.
Well, you'll find carrot juice too.
Oh, wow.
Tina going to make the carrot
This sounds
juice.
good. This is awesome. You see how things get started? This is how things get started.
Yes, yes.
Fantastic. Thank you
Yes.
so much for that. And I look forward to the planning on this particular festival. Again, we have it in abundance.
Yes, you have
Why
the
not?
goats there.
Why not?
I am fested with the goats
There we go.
because what happened, they come in, I don't know how they get in.
Yes, yes.
They're coming in the place and all my plants, they just eaten down and whatnot. We can catch some and have good.
Well,
Good festival.
we can start at the air, so. we gonna buy them, people. We gonna buy them. We gonna buy.
It can be done. It can be
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely it can. Definitely.
be done.
And I'm glad to hear
done. Yes.
that you have
Now,
signed
the
off.
only
That's
thing for me
fantastic.
with the taste of the culture is the sound of the music sometimes is too high.
Okay.
You know, as you go around, you meet friends. I can remember one evening because I go to bed early.
Yep.
But the first time I came to the festival, they had the exhibition of, on the stage.
Yeah.
So I walked up to see the exhibition. And the guy came to me and he was talking, but I couldn't hear him.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and his mouth is up in my ear and my
Yeah.
mouth is to his ear,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
don't think is good. The music is good.
Yeah.
Everybody have their choice,
Okay.
but if it was a little more mute, then you would be able to meet your friends and conversate in a very nice manner
Yeah.
without being disturbed by the
Okay.
music.
Well, that's food for thought and to
Yes,
definitely take
yes.
into
The
consideration.
music can be a little
Yeah.
more
Okay.
mild.
Okay. Good. Thanks for the feedback.
Sometimes, now I can say that because my mother always used to say, children, stop the noise.
Mm-hmm.
My head, or you got my head like, so when the music is so high, sometimes you only hear like the beating in your head,
Yeah.
bouncing,
Yeah. Yeah.
bouncing against your head. And if it's mild, you can enjoy it just the same and meet your friends and enjoy them just the
Yes.
same.
Okay. Okay. Food for thought. Definitely. We'll definitely take this back with us. Fantastic. Miss Lopes? Any last word? You're shaking your head.
Not really. We just
We
wanna,
had a fun time this
yeah,
morning.
we just want to encourage you guys to come out, register for the Sustainability Conference.
Registration
again,
is open.
Yeah, registration is open, and the date is the 27th of
September.
September, which is World Tourism Day. And like Mr. Lindo mentioned, the 26th is Taste of the Cultures. Is going to be a special edition of TOTC, and we are. I don't know if we are full yet for vendors.
Yeah. Everybody
so,
signed on.
Um,
Everybody.
we encourage you guys to
But-
come out, and like we said, we're gonna repeat. We are just here to facilitate.
Yep.
It's up to you to see the program as a menu and choose. you come out to dine and just choose your favorite dish and get what you need out of it, you know. Fill yourself up with information from whoever it is you want to see. Like Mr. Lindo mentioned, Mr. Brian McFarlane. He is somebody you want to come and see, you want to come and hear, and he is somebody you want to take notes from. You understand? I know we have a lot of big and small events taking part in Statia on an annual basis, and the only way for you to improve yourself if you hear from experts like him, Mr. McFarlane. I'm going to be there center front, and for sure I'm going to take my chance when it comes to networking with the different persons who's going to come in for the sustainability conference. And
what is the price for the conference?
I think we're gonna have that in the next program. I don't have the prices and things there, but you can always call the office 318-2433, 318-2107, and we can get you the registration forms and get you the prices and things like that. I don't think the price has changed from. I don't want to say because I don't want to make any. Yeah, I want to be sure. So, but call us at the office and we will get it to you. We could email it to you, whatever is necessary.
I'll be at the office.
Yes. Okay. Fantastic. All right, folks. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, we have spoken this morning about and gave the thank yous from the Carnival Committee. We have spoken to Mr. Burkle about his concert that is now with possibilities of becoming an annual event. We have talked about the up-and-coming sustainability conference, and during that, we talked about the different festivals and festivities that is taking place on the island, and we have heard that there is possibilities of having a new one on the horizon, which is the Statia Goat Meat Festival. And I'm looking forward to see how we can develop that and move forward, because this could be big, people. This could be something huge that we can have. And you hear about roast goat and baked goat meat, and I mean this is true goat, you know, goat water, goat nut. I mean, you call it. I guess this is where you're gonna get it. And you could tell you what to do with the goat skin, because I know that in the past they used to have goat skin there. You can do all kind of thing with it. There was actually a shop in the past where they used to take the skin and make all these different things, mat or whatever they used to make with them. But at the end of the day, folks, this is what this program is going to be all about. What can be done? How can we do it? But how can we do it together? This is your program, FYI, brought to you by the Statia Tourism Development Foundation. Thank you for tuning in. Godspeed.